Today, we're gonna talk about a crazy experience I had attending an infamous Diddy freak-off. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where we dive deep into personal development, positive mindset, and unlocking your full potential. I'm your host, Joel's Got the Keys. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, welcome. I truly believe that the content that I share on this channel has the power to change your life and help you elevate to the next level. So if you're serious about personal growth, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on valuable information just like this. Are you ready? Let's slide in. Okay guys, I gotta come clean. I have been a freak, but I've never been to a freak off in my life. Today, I wanna talk about something so important, something that so many people do, but they're not even aware of the fact that they're doing it. That is idolizing people. Putting folks on pedestals and thinking that they can do no wrong, and obsessing over their lifestyle like it's the blueprint to life. But that kind of thinking can really mess you up. When I was a kid, one of the people that I looked up to was Diddy. I used to come home after school and flip on the television to BET or MTV and watch music videos for hours. And out of all the people that I would watch, the one person that really stood out to me, that really mesmerized me and inspired me was P. Diddy. He was flashy, he was successful, he had beautiful women, yachts, mansions, and he was traveling all over the world. Anything that you could think of that someone would want in life, it seemed like Diddy had it. I remember one time they did a special on Diddy showing him vacationing in Saint-Tropez. I didn't know what Saint-Tropez was, and the spelling didn't make any sense to me because I didn't speak French. I remember seeing him hanging out on a yacht, sipping champagne, surrounded by beautiful women out on the ocean, and I thought, man, I want to be like that one day. I loved the brand Sean John too, and I remember begging my mom to buy me Sean John clothes for Christmas, but they were kind of expensive at that time for us, so instead of having her go to the mall, I said, hey mom, I found some Sean John clothes at the indoor swap meet. Can you go there and buy me these shirts for Christmas? Looking back now, I realize why the shirts were half the price of the shirts in the mall. It's because I actually had my mom buy me bootleg Sean John and I was unaware of it. I also remember seeing Diddy wear this beautiful Jacob & Co. 5 time zones watch. And when I saw that watch, I was blown away. I was in love. If you don't know anything about watches, this is the first watch that Jacob the jeweler ever designed. It had this big face with a diamond encrusted bezel, and it had 5 different time zones that were in these different colors and shapes. And as a kid, I just loved the colors. They mesmerized me. So I begged my mom to buy me this fake Jacob & Co. watch from the indoor swap meet as well because Diddy was wearing one and I wanted to be just like Diddy. That was my first watch and I wore it with pride. Every time I put that thing on, I felt so cool. I was like, no one has this level of style. It had these fake diamonds, this fake leather strap, but to me, it felt like I was wearing the real thing and it made me feel so cool. I even went on a podcast one time and someone asked me, what is it that got you into entrepreneurship? What is it that got you into real estate?
Can you expand on that? Because that's powerful.
I think for me, when I was a kid, I always had really big visions and I had no limitation on my mindset. Because this sounds kind of funny, but growing up, like I would come home from school and I would just turn on like BET or like MTV and I would watch the rap videos. And like for me, like Puff Daddy was like, I don't know, like he was like my idol and like I would just see him on the yacht with the Ferraris and stuff. And I liked that. I know like some people say that's materialistic. It just naturally attracted me as a kid.
And I said, well, if I'm being honest, what got me into real estate was watching Diddy. I used to watch him on TV and he was so inspiring to me. When I would see his lifestyle, I thought, man, I want to be just like that one day. He had everything that I thought that I wanted. Let's just say, I don't think that clip aged very well. Diddy really opened me up. No Diddy, to what I thought was possible. And for that, I'll always be grateful. While that inspiration was real, I've come to realize that we cannot idolize people. Why? Because we don't really know what they're like behind closed doors. It's so easy to get caught up in the glitz and glamour, but if you start modeling your whole life after someone else just based on what they show you, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. When someone you admire gets exposed or goes against a way that is in alignment with your integrity, it can really mess with your head. You might start acting out of character or doing things that are against your integrity, all because you were chasing a lifestyle too blindly. Now look, putting the Cassie situation aside, I'm not saying that Diddy did anything because I believe that he's innocent until proven guilty. But if the things that he's being accused of are true, how many people did he coerce into SA in exchange for fame? And that is the exact problem with idolizing people. You become hypnotized, just like Biggie said, by the allure. You get so wrapped up in what they have that you lose sight of who you are. And in the worst case, you start to compromise your values chasing theirs. So instead of idolizing people, be inspired by them. Let their success open your eyes to what's possible, but then get right back to your mission. I still want that yacht. I love being out on the ocean, and that's a dream that I'm going to make come true. But I'm going to do it by creating art, products, and services that help humanity. That's the difference. Because the yacht, the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, the mansions, none of it is worth it if you lose yourself in the process. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share a verse with you from one of my 2 favorite books of all time, the Bible. And this comes specifically from the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. It reads, "What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul in the process?" That's the real message here. Admire people, sure, let them inspire you, but never lose your identity trying to become someone else, especially when you don't know who they truly are. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up before you head out. Leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know who you've found yourself idolizing or who has just inspired you to dream bigger. And make sure you smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on valuable content just like this. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and keep growing. You've got this.